Hello and welcome back to our tutorial series on the FlyingIron Spitfire Mark 9. Our previous video was a step-by-step guide to getting the engine started. In this video we're going to quickly start the engine, but if you want to see this in more detail, follow the link in the description or by using the card above. We're going to rush through starting the engine here, but really this video is going to be about taxiing and takeoff. No matter how many times you go through this procedure, the sound when it does fire up is just beautiful. Isn't that a magnificent sight? We're going to start by giving the aircraft a little bit of throttle and then pulling back slightly. Just enough to get the aircraft starting to move forward. We'll steer it quite gently using the rudder controls. And if you want, you can pull back on the stick just to give a little bit more weight back on the rear wheel. Quite a tight turn to avoid this van, and look at this clown walking right in front of the aircraft. What's going on there? As you can see, visibility out the front is pretty poor, and once you get on this taxiway it's quite hard to know if you've got it right lined up. I've created a view where you can look out the side window, which gives you a little bit increased visibility. This is especially useful as you can see we're coming up to a bend up here, and leaning out the window will make it easier to navigate this. Just keep control of the throttle, just to give you enough forward momentum. As we come round this bend, I'm going to lean out the other side. Again, this is a view that I'd previously set up. I've left a link in the description below as to where you can purchase and download this aircraft directly from FlyingIron Simulations. This aircraft will eventually be available on the marketplace too. The aircraft includes a clipped wing variant and a number of different liveries. If you're enjoying these videos, please remember to subscribe to this channel. Also, hit the bell icon to receive notifications for future videos. As we approach the hold short point, we need to start braking. Ease off on the throttle and then just gradually use the brakes. If you like, you can pump the brakes very gently. What you don't want to do is jam the brakes on. This will cause the aircraft to tilt forward and you'll have a prop strike on the ground, which is just going to curtail your day's flying before it gets started. And once stopped, apply the parking brake. So before takeoff you want to pull the carb air filter back. Now some people like to give it a little bit of right rudder trim. I'm not going to do that. Another thing to check would be that the fuel switch pump is on, which of course it is. Now we'll release the parking brake give it a little bit of throttle to get us moving forward again, and we'll continue our taxi to the end of the runway. Now, I hope this minibus isn't going to cause us any problems, and no, it's clear. And again, once we're lined up, we're just going to ease gently on the brakes, and then once we come to a stop, we'll set the parking brake. Now, takeoff in the Spitfire can be a wee bit fiddly while you get used to it. As with other prop aircraft, it's going to pull to the left. You can adjust for this by little jabs on the rudders. Don't overdo it though. When we get going for takeoff, we're going to start by pulling the control column back into the right. We're there going to gradually increase the boost up to about 7 or 8. When we gain a little bit of speed, we'll centre the control column, then push it forward a little bit just to lift the tail up. Once our speed has increased, we can then pull back and take off as usual. Let's start by closing the canopy. Releasing the parking brake. Let's increase the boost up to about 8. A little bit of rudder control just to keep it steady. Push forward on the stick. Bit more rudder control and we're off the ground. And let's lift the gear up. Now we'll just maintain our steady climb. It might take a few goes to get this aircraft off the ground. Sometimes it can pull quite violently to the side and you just don't get that rudder control quite right. Just keep practicing. Join us again in a future video where we'll go through the landing procedure, taxi back and engine shutdown. I'll keep quiet now and we'll just have a short flight out here, turning around to the south, and you can just enjoy the views from the Spitfire. Thanks again for watching. Remember to subscribe if you like what you see, and I'll see you again in a future video.